In this video you will learn the best way to test new Facebook ads in order to scale your brand. My name is Alex Stoikov and I have been scaling e-commerce brands for almost 10 years and I see the same mistakes over and over again, which is why I'm creating this video, and you will learn not only how to test new Facebook ads, but also how to optimize your ad account and also how to scale in the most effective way possible. So let's start with how most people test new ads. And most people use the following approach. They have one campaign, one ad set, and they put all of their new creatives inside. This is a huge mistake, and the reason why is because, as you can see on my screen, basically the best performing creative with 6.5 ROI is getting only $44 of ad spend. And this is really common. Most people put all of their new creatives into a single ad set and then they're waiting for Facebook to pick the winner. And based on my experience, this is not the best way to go about it. This is exactly how you should be testing new ads on Facebook right now. You have one campaign with ad set budgets, then in the ad set level you have only one creative. So if you have 10 creatives, then you're gonna have 10 ad sets. It's that simple. And as a daily budget, you always put what is your target CPA. So if your target CPA is $30, then you have to put $30 as a daily budget. And in terms of targeting, you have to analyze your ad account and see what is working best. For most of our ad accounts, broad targeting is the best option for scaling and for testing. But if in your case you see much better results with lookalike or with interest targeting, this is the audience that you have to pick when you are testing new ads. Because the goal is to find out if the new ad is converting. And if you have winning audiences, then just put the new ad to the winning audience. And now let's discuss how you should be optimizing your ad account. First of all, your ad account should be optimized every single day. And this is exactly how I do it. So basically, I'm just gonna open one random ad account that I'm running with my team. So this is our testing campaign. And as you can see in our testing campaign, we have many ad sets. The reason why is because in each ad set, we have only one creative that we are testing. And let's start for the last 7 days and see exactly what is going on. So I will start with the one that is having the most ad spend. And basically, the first thing that I will do is filter by row selection, and I'm gonna take a look what is going on for the last 3 days. And what I can see right now is that this creative and this ad set is doing great, so I'm not going to touch it, and I'm gonna continue with the next one, which is the second most pending ad set. And this is the process that I will be doing for the whole account. The reason why is because I want to see what exactly is going on with each test and what should be my next move. So basically this one is already underperforming, and if I open for the last 3 days or 4 days, I see that my CPA is very, very high. So in this case, I'm gonna shut it down because it doesn't make sense. I have much better opportunities to invest in, so I'm gonna take it down and move to the next one. And then basically I will repeat that process for the whole campaign and for the whole account. I need to make sure that if the ad set is trending in a positive direction, I'm gonna keep it. And then maybe I'm gonna scale that. But if the ad set and the creative is already underperforming, then I will take it down. And you need to apply that type of schedule for your account on every single day. Because otherwise, if I left it like that to spend, I don't know, for another week, and I have 10 of these, I would be wasting thousands of dollars or thousands of euros per week on creatives and ad sets that are already underperforming, which doesn't make sense. This is why people pay me. I mean, that's the job of the agency or the media buyer. And then the next step that I will discuss in this video is what budget should you use when you are testing new ads. And when launching new ads, I always put my target CPA as a daily budget. If your target CPA is $30, then this should be your starting budget. And never add new ads into existing ad sets. Launch the new ad in a new ad set and always test with your best performing audiences. So basically, in this account specifically, what you can see is how many ads I'm launching, how many ads I'm testing. So basically, we try to launch as much as we can based on the new creatives that we have. But the idea is to always give the ad a proper test by using only one ad set and one ad. And when you launch your ad, make sure that you have all placements. So you have the feed, you have the story, and so on, which is very, very common. And the next thing is basically how to calculate your target CPA. This is a basic calculator. There are many fancy ones, but basically you need to have your product price, cost of goods, shipping, fulfillment, cost per order, and your payment fee. Basically how much you're paying to Stripe or Shopify payments or whatever you're using. And then you have your total cost, and then be able to calculate your break-even CPA and break-even ROI. And based on this data, if my break-even CPA is $16, I'm not gonna start on 16, to be honest. I will start with at least 20. And then when you launch a new ad, give it a few days. Give it 3 days, 4 days, see how it's performing. If you don't get a sale and you spend $60 or $80, in this case, I'm gonna deactivate it and I'm gonna test something else. But you need to have these numbers for every single product that you're advertising in order for you to be able to make the best decisions possible. And now let's discuss how you can scale your winning ads. And you have two options, vertical and horizontal scaling. Vertical scaling is basically duplicating your winning ad set with a higher daily budget or duplicating it into a scaling campaign. And horizontal scaling is duplicating your ad set with different audiences. So let's take a look at both. So basically, if I open my campaign and I sort it by ROI, let's say this creative is performing very well. As what I can say, I have 6.4 ROI. Then I can duplicate it and I can duplicate into existing campaign. I have a scaling campaign, which is basically using one campaign, one ad set, and all of my winning creatives. So if I have 10 winning creatives, I'm gonna put all of them in this campaign and then pretty much have a higher daily budget because I know every single creative inside is already proven to work well. So this can be one of the ways in order to scale that specific creative. Another way can be duplicating and then using a higher daily budget. So in this case here I'm using $30 or €30. Then I can do something like 60 or 90 and see how that performs. So that is another strategy to scale. And another way could be to use different audience. So here I'm using Advantage Plus audience, which is pretty much broad. So what I can do is try lookalike audience, I can try using interest targeting, or what I can do is look into my analytics and target a specific age group. So if I see that I get most of my sales from people that are between 30 and 40 years old, then I can target that specific segment of the market directly. And these are the best ways to go about it, is to use not only one of the strategies, but to use both. So in this case, with this creative, which got more than 6 ROI, I will use all of my options in order to increase my ad spend as much as I can. And at the same time, I'm gonna take a look into the whole account and I'm gonna find all of my underperforming creatives and ad sets and I'm gonna take them down so I can open a higher budget that I can invest into my winning ads. And that's everything that I have for this video. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.